Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. is an American federal holiday. It is observed on the third Monday of January each year, which is around King's birthday, January 15th. Martin Luther King Jr. was arguably the most important voice of the civil rights movement in America, which worked for equal rights for everyone. As an educator, Martin Luther King reminds me of the capacity we all have for love, the capacity we have to see the glass half full rather than half empty. Martin Luther King represents the courage to have the uncomfortable conversation when it needs to be had, to be brave enough to stand up for what you know is right, even if it makes you unpopular. In his 1963 I Have a Dream speech at the March on Washington, Martin Luther King delivered one of the most famous orations of American history. From his speech, I am reminded that to hate others is a learned behavior. We are not born hating other people. We are taught to judge, disrespect, and subjugate others. Sadness and fear, I believe, drive humans to make poor and ignorant decisions. On that note, please open your mind and your heart and remember to show respect for the students who created this video and give them your active attention. Thank you.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, "My country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, and when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, "Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last."
I have a dream to go to college.
I have a dream to one day impact the lives of many by being the best me that I can be.
I have a dream that one day people will feel comfortable enough to share their stories without judgment.
I have a dream to one day be the king of North America, and as king, I promise all of you diversity, equality, and opportunity.
I have a dream that one day, everywhere I go, I'll be able to leave a positive impact on people.
I have a dream to change the world through music.
I have a dream to be the first one in my family to go to college and graduate.
I have a dream that when I grow up, I have a happy, healthy family.
I have a dream to be a successful architect and support a loving family.
I have a dream that one day I will make a good career making video games.
I have a dream that when we say each student, each staff, each day by name and need, that we really mean it.
What does equality mean to you?
Equality to me means that everyone is important and deserves to be treated with the same respect.
What does equality mean to you?
Equality means to me that we are all given the same chances in life and nobody has an advantage over someone else for things that they can't control, like their religion or their skin color or their race.
What does equality mean to you?
To me, equality means everybody gets a fair say and they feel like they can be around whoever they choose to be around, and they feel like they are one with everyone else.
What does equality mean to you?
Equality to me, more than anything, is opportunity. And I think that's what Martin Luther King wanted was not everyone gets everything the same as everyone else, but just that everyone has the same opportunities and is on a level playing field and has the ability to succeed or to fail, whatever it may be, but having that same opportunity for every single American, regardless of skin color, regardless of sexual orientation, regardless of where you were born, where you live now, you know. And so to me, equality is opportunity.
What does equality mean to you?
To me, equality means being treated the way you would want to be treated and recognizing the needs of others and how they impact your life.
What does equality mean to you?
Equality to me means that everyone has an equal opportunity to succeed in life.
What does equality mean to you?
Equality means to me everyone being treated the same no matter what your skin color, sexuality, or religion is.
What does equality mean to you?
I think equality is what separates each one of us. Equality is supposed to give us all equal opportunities, but I do believe that's what makes us different. We can strive for what we want to be and become who we want with equality.
What does equality mean to you?
Equality means everybody has an equal chance of doing what they want, being who they want to be, doing what they want to do, and I think we're losing that now. That's how we're in America, but it's sad that we're not cherishing that kind of goal anymore.
This is the most important and crucial period of your lives, for what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go. And the question is whether you have a proper, a solid, and a sound blueprint. And I want to suggest some of the things that should be in your life's blueprint. Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Secondly, in your life's blueprint, you must have, as a basic principle, the determination to achieve excellence in your various fields of endeavor. You're going to be deciding as the days and the years unfold what you will do in life, what your life's work will be. Once you discover what it will be, set out to do it, and to do it well. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Finally, in your life's blueprint must be a commitment to the eternal principles of beauty, love, and justice. Well, life for none of us has been a crystal staff, but we must keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, but by all means, keep moving.
What does diversity mean to you?
Diversity means to me that we can all be different, but that's something we should celebrate because diversity is a really great thing.
What does diversity mean to you?
Diversity to me means that we embrace everyone's differences, no matter the skin color, just embracing and loving everyone around us.
What does diversity mean to you?
To me, diversity means that there's more people in one area. You can get to know as many people from as many different areas or walks of life, and that they all have a different story around them.
What does diversity mean to you?
Diversity means to me seeing someone that looks like you everywhere you go.
What does diversity mean to you?
Diversity to me means that I can celebrate my culture with all my different friends, because I know I have a lot of friends who come from different backgrounds, and just being able to be friends but also share our cultural differences just means that I can broaden my horizons.
What does diversity mean to you?
For me, diversity means that we're able to celebrate our differences and celebrate our cultures and come together as one, regardless of how we look or who we are.
What does diversity mean to you?
I think diversity gives everybody a different voice. It allows us to be who we want to be without being judged upon that. If everybody's different, that's a positive thing. We should never look at diversity as something negative. Diversity is what makes our country great. It's what gives us all differences, which in turn we all come together and become one great thing.
How would your life be different without the changes that MLK made in America?
I feel like my life would be a lot different because to me I wouldn't have as much freedom as I have today, and throughout my life I've been introduced to many different cultures and many different people, so I feel like I wouldn't have that environment around me. So yeah.
How would your life be different without the changes that MLK made in America?
I wouldn't have the same friends I have today, and I wouldn't have the same opportunities that I get on a daily basis.
How would your life be different without the changes that MLK made in America?
I wouldn't have the same life experiences that I've gotten because I wouldn't have met the same people that I've met, and I wouldn't have the same opportunities that I was given.
What do you take away from MLK Day?
I take away the satisfaction knowing what MLK did for our country, and I really admire the impact that he had, and I can only aspire to do a portion of what he did.
What do you take away from MLK Day?
Martin Luther King Day to me is a reminder, and it's a reminder how far we've come and how far we still have to go. And I think that it's an incredible day to really reflect upon that, to think about your community, to think about your school, and how far we've come and what we can still do as a group of teachers, as a school, as for you guys as a group of students, whatever it may be. But really, it's about reflection, and it's about reflection, appreciation of what's happened, and excitement for where I think we are going to go, where I think we're going to end up.
What do you take away from MLK Day?
I think that MLK Day is a day that we celebrate the differences in this country, and I think it's a day that we recognize to keep moving forward.
What do you take away from MLK Day?
I take away the fact that he made this place better by showing people a role model and how they should act, and I take away the fact that people follow in his footsteps.
What do you take away from MLK Day?
MLK gave us all something that we should cherish. Without MLK, we wouldn't have this opportunity to be watching this video together. We wouldn't have the opportunity to be here together, and we wouldn't have the opportunity to strive together. We should all be grateful for what we've been given and keep that living on today.
What do you take away from MLK Day?
I take away a lot from MLK Day. I think MLK Day is bigger than just you or just me. It's bigger than all of us. It is more than just a man. It's about a legacy that was started in America not too long ago, and that will continue to live on every day because there is always more to be done and more to be worked on. And I am so grateful for all the changes that MLK brought to America so we could have all the privileges that we have today.
What do you take away from MLK Day?
I think the biggest thing that I take away from MLK Day is the fact that he was a very peaceful person, and that's just a quality and like a characteristic that I'd like to carry on throughout my life. Through all like the challenges that we're facing today, I think the biggest thing is just to be peaceful.
What do you take away from MLK Day?
For me, MLK Day isn't just a holiday. It shows that if you have a dream, it's definitely worth fighting for, and you can make your dreams come true as long as you work hard.
What can you do to keep his legacy living on?
To keep his legacy living on, I can pursue my dreams, because in reality, MLK had a dream to make everyone equal, so I can pursue my dreams, and I encourage you all to pursue your dreams to be someone.
What can you do to keep MLK's legacy living on today?
I think we all have a responsibility to do as much as we can to make sure that his legacy doesn't die. You know, we've come so far as a country, but we still have a lot of work to do. We can always stand up for other people who don't have a strong voice in the world, you know, whether it be from our town, you know, our state, our country, or even around the world. We just got to make sure that we are always striving for equality, because it is never something that we reach. It is always going to be a goal in life.
What can you do to keep his legacy living on?
I think I can try to treat everybody, I don't care what color the student is or the staff member is, the same way. And I think that was the main idea, that everybody should be treated the same way. So that's my ultimate goal in life, is to be fair and just to everybody.
What can you do to keep Martin Luther King's legacy living on?
I think something that as a school we can do is just acknowledge the fact that it's not just another day off from school, but to go out and do your own research about how MLK impacted our lives. Even if you're not a person of color, it's good to be informed about what he did for us.
As we think about how and why we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, I hope that you will all remember his message and how you can help make the dream come true. Through his work and struggles against racial segregation and racism, his message is really about love, integrity, respect, compassion, and stewardship. I know you know the meaning of love, integrity, respect, and compassion, but stewardship might be a new term for some of you. Stewardship is what you do to make your community and your school a better place. This might be getting involved in school and community affairs, staying informed, voting, being a good neighbor, following laws and rules, respecting authority, protecting the environment, and being inclusive of your neighbors in your community. One way to do this is to avoid hate speech. Hate speech that attacks a person or a group on the basis of race, religion, ethnic origin, sexual orientation, disability, or gender. If you do it, stop. If you hear it, speak up. Stop the hate.
At the heart of their concerns, this query has often loomed large and loud. Why are you speaking about the war, Dr. King? Why are you joining the voices of dissent? Peace and civil rights don't mix, they say. The nonviolent resistor not only avoids external physical violence, but he avoids internal violence of spirit. He not only refuses to shoot his opponent, but he refuses to hate him, and he stands with understanding goodwill at all times. How long? Not long. Because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. These great experiences are not based on a bargaining relationship, not an if faith, but a though faith. And I'm coming to my conclusion now. I want to say to you this morning, my friends, that somewhere along the way, you should discover something that's so dear, so precious to you, so eternally worthful, that you will never give it up. You ought to discover some principle. You ought to have some great faith that grips you so much that you will never give it up. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land.
I have a dream. My dream is that all of my students open their minds to the possibilities there are in other human beings. that by pushing toward the tough conversations, we can grow as people. One person can make the world a better place. Just look at the indelible mark left by Dr. King. A waterfall starts with a single drop of water, and look what comes from that. Please take this time today to reflect on why you will actually have Monday off.